Writer PH Studios.
Good afternoon to everyone. My first question is for the director, Sir Don. I think yung theme nito, itong show tackles infidelity. So hindi naman na yun bago sa teleserye landscape. So this time po, what part of it yung aabangan namin or ano yung bago this time around?
Well, tama ka, no? Hindi naman bago yung issue ng infidelity. Pero marami kasing dahilan at maraming circumstances kung bakit nagiging unfaithful ang isang partner sa kanyang kapwa partner sa isang relationship, no? So yun yung itatakal namin. I guess what would make us, what makes us what sets us apart from the others is that it would feel like you're not watching a teledrama. It would feel like you're not watching something on the screen. It feels like real life is unfolding right in front of you. It feels like these are your neighbors. It feels like these are your relatives, and it feels like you're part of this relationship of this married couple. Ganun siya ka-immersive at ganun siya ka-real. So I guess that's what makes it different.
Okay, thank you, sir. And for my next question, sa tatlong leads po for Carla, Max, and Rocco, can you just tell us more about your characters here and paano yung magiging dynamic ng tatlo sa isa't isa? We can start with Carla.
Okay. Hi, Alan. Hello. Good afternoon. I played the role of Erica Gatchalian sa To Have and to Hold. She is a devoted, selfless wife. Makikita nyo, maliit lang ang kanyang circle, maliit lang yung kanyang family. It's really just her husband Tony, and yung kanyang mother na si Vicky. So, si Erica is from a broken family. In a way, anak siya sa labas. So, to her, family is everything. And gagawin niya ang lahat para buo pa din yung pamilyang yun. Hindi siya papayag na basta-basta na lang na masisira ito. So, yes, there.
Si Rocco naman.
Yeah, so my character is Gavin Ramirez, the opposite of Erica Gatchalian. Medyo maayos naman yung pamilya niya. May support galing sa family, but then he is a workaholic for a reason, and may kinalaman din yun sa kanyang pamilya, sa estado ng kanyang tatay. And with this character, he shows a lot of vulnerability when it comes to his ego and self-esteem, which affects the decisions of a husband. So, dala ng mga problema sa buhay, sa mga gusto niya mangyari sa buhay, makikita dito na makaka-relate ang mga husbands, yung mga fiancés, yung mga boyfriend, girlfriend pa lang, with how a guy thinks.
Max?
I play Dominique Ramirez. Isa siyang wife siya ni Gavin. She's an interior designer. She's spontaneous and confident, but her background is her parents died when she was young. So pangarap niya talaga sa buhay ay magkaroon ng happy family, na magkaroon ng anak. And her and Gavin go through so much throughout the show. So makikita niyo kung gaano siya ka-vulnerable, how fragile she really is. And I really hope that the audience cries with her, laughs with her, and sana mahalin niyo pa din siya despite her imperfections.
And without revealing too much of the plot, pero what can you tell us about yung conflict? How does it start and paano siya mag-intertwine sa buhay ng tatlong characters?
You'll have to watch. Abang-abang.
And watch every day.
Watch every day.
So ano na lang, what's your views na lang on yung theme of infidelity? What are your thoughts about it? Especially in a relationship, will you be able to handle it the way the characters did, or would you have handled it differently?
I feel like yun yung kagandahan ng show namin kasi walang bida, walang kontrabida. Everyone's just human. And we all, you'll find things to love and hate about each character. Kasi gano'n naman din sa totoong buhay, di ba? No one's perfect talaga. So throughout the story, you'll see the good sides and the bad sides of marriage. You'll see the honesty. And ayun, you'll find, sana makarelate kayo kahit papano to somebody's story kasi ang daming stories talaga.
Rocco?
Sorry, what's your question again?
And yung thoughts nyo lang on the theme of infidelity and yun nga, yung how the character will handle it.
Well, I can't relate kasi napakabait kong tao, di ba? Wala ko kaalam-alam sa infidelity. What? Is that even a word?
Balin,
Uy, balin. But I have no answer for that. But Max, I think Max answered better than me.
Yeah.
Si Carla, baka meron na gusto dagdag.
Okay, well, infidelity, alam naman natin na it's such a sensitive topic. Although it's real, it happens. Wala naman sa atin, kahit sino sa atin ang gustong mga liwa o saktan o lukuhin yung mahal natin sa buhay. Pero nangyayari talaga siya sa paligid. Pwede naman nating sabihin na, ay, ako hindi ko gagawin yan, never. I'll never cheat on my partner. But we'll never know din kasi napakahirap niyan, napaka-sensitive niyang topic na yan. But the good thing about To Have and To Hold is, walang walang uncomfortable, walang mahirap. Ipapakita namin sa inyo yung reality of it. How it affects the family, how it affects the marriage between husband and wife. Isa siyang pagkakamali, pero tingnan natin, dito ipapakita namin kung worthy ba siya of forgiveness or talagang masisira na yung pamilya because of infidelity.
Alright. Thank you guys and congratulations. Good luck sa premiere.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you so much, Sir Alan. Our next set of questions will be coming from Romel Gonzalez of PEP. Hello po. Where's Romel?
Hi, Kuya Romel.
Good afternoon. Long here and see.
Hindi ako makapag-video. Ano nang?
Oh,
Anyway, okay lang. First question ko is kay Carla. Kasi Carla, the show is about husbands and wives. Anong feeling na next month ay wife ka na?
Yes, opo. Okay naman po. May mga times na nakakatakot. Minsan natatakot po ako. Parang ano ba ito? Pero hindi naman to the point, of course, po na parang nagdadalawang isip or anything. Pero maganda siya kasi ang dami pong lessons. I don't necessarily identify myself sa tatlong characters ni Gavin, Dominic at Erica, pero may nakukuha po ako from all of them. Sa bawat isa sa kanila may nakukuha po ako, may napupulot akong lesson. And in a way, I can somehow imagine myself being in their situation, na napapatanong po talaga ako sa sarili ko. But then again, iba naman po yan kapag yun nga, kasal na, kapag napasok ko man ang ganong sitwasyon, wag naman po sana, knock on wood. Pero yes, basically, it's not just about infidelity or mistakes. It's about, protecting your family, your loved ones, fighting for your husband or your wife, and forgiveness. Parang ganun. So, dahil pong lessons for married couples po.
And Carla, gaano kahirap na pinagsabay mo ang taping, lock-in taping ng To Have and To Hold and the preparations of the wedding? Nangarag ka ba ng bongga?
Mahirap po siyang ipagsabay pero kailangan pong gawin. When Tom and when we announced our engagement last March, akala po namin talagang matututukan namin yung wedding planning. Pero yun nga po talagang ang daming medyo nasagasaan po in terms of schedule. which is okay lang naman po kasi maaga-aga pa naman po by that time. Thankfully, dahil nga din po pandemic, karamihan po ng meetings talagang via Zoom na lang po or online, so everything's virtual. Kaya naman po. There are some things na hindi po talaga kayang gawin while being at lock-in, pero mostly kinaya naman pong ipagsabay. Ang ginagawa ko po is in between scenes or kapag po lunch break or dinner break, doon po ako nagsisingit ng mga wedding planning, whether it's a meeting with our coordinator or in-update ko po yung let's say, suppliers or guest list. So, kaya naman po in time management lang.
Ayun, congratulations sa show and of course sa wedding. Sana magluwag na mga restrictions para bonggang-bongga ang kasal niyo.
Thank you po, Sir Romel. Thank you very much po.
Yun. My next question is for Max. Max, gaano kalapit ang character mo dito sa pagkataong sa tunay na buhay?
She's very different from me, and yun yung kagandahan ng being an artista basically, is kasi we get to have different experiences and play different kinds of people. So malayo yung kwento niya sa buhay niya sa kwento ng buhay ko, and malayo din yung personality niya sa akin. But yung mga napulot ko sa kanya would be siguro yung confidence, the way she dresses. There are certain aspects that I got from her. But yeah, she's very different, but she's very lovable in some ways, and you won't like her in some ways. Just like me, I guess. Ganun din, hindi naman ako perfect na tao. So, ayun. Those are the commonalities and differences between Dominique and I.
Max, ever since you started, nakilala kang isang mahusay na actress. Dito ba as Dominique, nasubok ba ulit ang pagiging actress mo? Mabibigat ba mga eksena mo to have to?
To be honest, this is the first project that I really, really worked so hard on, because I really want to prove myself, lalo na nanay na ako. So, syempre, parang iba yung gusto kong i-achieve sa buhay ko. Kasi gusto kong maging proud ang anak ko sa mga ginagawa ko. And that just gives me more of a drive, kumbaga, to prove myself and to do better. So, I really dug deep emotionally to play Dominique and to find the emotions needed para sa mga eksena. And it's something that I'm proud of, and I hope that everyone will hopefully like my performance here.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you, Sir Roman.
Next is for Rocco. Pero bago ko tanungin ikaw, Rocco, I want to congratulate you for being nominated sa amin sa Star Awards as Best Supporting Actor for Descendants of the Sun.
Thank you.
So anong feeling mo nung nalaman mo, Rocco, na nominated ka?
Parang normal lang. Sanay. Wow! Kala mo, every award giving body
Nasa mid talaga ako.
And then it felt so good to be para maranasan ulit at maramdaman na kung sinend sa akin ng mga program managers, mga bosses nga, yung photo of the nomination. It felt so good to see something na I felt appreciated with Diego Ramos's character. Malapit na malapit sa akin yung Descendants of the Sun. Kaya nagpapasalamat ako kay God na ginawa niya ganito itsura ko, kaya nakuha ko yung role at kamukha ko daw si Jinwoo. Kaya kung may papasalamatan ko talaga ako yung aking kapatid sa Korea talaga. Siya po talaga may dahilan yan.
Tapos follow up ko, Rocco, nung nakita mo yung mga kalaban mo na nominees, anong naramdaman?
Oh my. Sabi ko, honestly, ang nasa isip ko talaga ay wala po ako sa kanilang level. Medyo tama nila eh. I mean that itself, the nomination itself is already an award para sa akin. At malaki may tutulong yan sa magagamit kong drive sa paggawa ng mas marami pang proyekto with the Kapuso Network. And it's beautiful to know na wow, sa tingin nila kaya ko masama sa category na yun. So it's very motivating. Tawag dito, it's nakakaba syempre makita yung mga pangalan niya kasi mabibigat na pangalan po yung mga kasama ko po, and it's actually an honor. It's an honor. So whatever the result may be, ako ay masayang-masaya na isama ako doon. Kaya thank you for mentioning that. Ngayon ko lang na-realize ulit.
And since kanina nga nabanggit na parang opposite sa tunay mong pagkataong Rome dito as Gavin, gaano ka-challenging ang mga ipinagawa sa ni Directon? Nahirapan ka ba? Or, kasi nga opposite sa'yo eh, di ba? Gaano kahirap?
Opposite ba? Kunwari lang tong smile ko. Hindi. Kuya Romel, actually first time ko po makatrabaho si Direct TNT. So, bago pong sumalang sa taping, andun na yung, of course, yung kaba. Kung paano siya magtrabaho, magka-clash kaya kami, or kung paano ako magtrabaho. Kasi sometimes I do tend to change the script or lines, and sometimes not all directors are open to that. So nag-initiate na talaga ako na makipag-usap kay Direk, mag-establish ng rapport sa kanya, at para magkaroon kami ng professional relationship pagdating do sa pag-usap ng characters, kung kailan ako lalapit sa kanya for advice. And true enough, ang dami-dami kong tanong or assumptions sa pag-atake sa eksena na nung kaming dalawa po ang nag-usap ay mas napaganda pa yung eksena. So there were a lot of reservations with not reservations, I mean deep thinking with my character na naisagot ni Direk. But with the character, it's kind of different kasi newlywed po ako bagong kasal ako. Asa Cloud9 pa po ako, Kuya Romel. So, yung character ni Gavin bilang isang workaholic, talagang marami ng pinagdadaanan. So, I really had to dig deep. And para matulungan ako doon, marami akong kinausap na mas nakakatanda na sa akin. Yung tipong mga 30 years ng kasal, yung mga ganun. So nagtatanong ako, ano yung nagpapatik sa'yo o ayaw mo? Ano yung mga discover ka ba na bago na ayaw at gusto mo? And sawa ka na ba? As in, medyo diretso na yung mga tanong ko para makapulot ng isa o dalawang traits para mabuo tong character na to. And once nagawa ko na siya, I held on to it. So yun ang naitulong ng lock-in taping. Kasi makabalik lang kami sa kwarto, character pa rin kami. So it was easy to switch on and off.
Ang acting nomination ba na naman ba ito next year, Rocco?
Sa lahat po ng categories po, andun po. Best dance, pati ako gusto ko lang, ang goal talaga po namin talaga dito is to have the audience relate to the story and to have themselves make their own story. Kasi tulad na sinasabi ni Carla at ni Max kanina, lahat kami dito, walang masama dito. Walang hindi lahat mababait, hindi lahat masasama. And it would depend entirely kung nasaan sila sa time ng buhay nila, sa mga pinagdadaanan, yung mga narinig nating chismis tungkol sa mga kapitbahay nga, na ganito yung mga story, nasaan na tayo, ano yung mga napagdaanan na nating problema, at kaya ako nakarelate sa character na to. So I believe with people reacting differently, for me, award na yun. Masayang-masaya na ako. Makuha lang yung objective na.
Objective mo to have and to hold the audience.
Amen. Oh, well put, Kuya Romel.
Thanks. Thank you, Rocco. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
And my next question is for, the rest of the cast, si Luis, Athena, Valine, si Miss Gillette, Sir Roy, si Miss Ping, and si Ina. I have a common question for all of you. Ano po yung pinakamahirap or pinaka-challenge na na-experience ninyo in doing to have, especially my pandemic? Siguro we'll start with Miss Ping. Asan si Miss B?
Sorry, it was
Ay, bakit nawala?
the question.
Ayun, Miss Bing, ano po yung pinaka-challenge na pagdaanan nyo sa paggawa ng To Have and To Hold? Bakit nawala? Wala.
Hi, Miss Bing. Ma'am, naka-mute po kayo.
Sorry, mahina yung internet. Can you repeat the question?
Yes po. Miss Bing, ano po yung pinaka-challenge na pinagdaanan ninyo in doing To Have and To Hold?
Okay.
Late. Balikan na lang natin si Miss Bing later, Mars.
Balikan natin si Miss Bing. Siguro we'll start, ladies first. Athena, ikaw, yon same question. Athena.
Hello po.
Hi.
Siguro unang-una na po dyan yung mahiwalay ako sa family ko. Sobrang baby girl pa po kasi ako so hindi talaga ako sanay na humiwalay talaga sa mom ko, sa daddy ko, or sa mga kapatid ko. So dumating talaga ako sa point po na umiiyak ako, hotel quarantine pa lang iyak na ako ng iyak. Second, sobrang nakaka-pressure, frustrate kasi yung makakasama ko po ditong mga aktor sobrang gagaling. So na-pressure po ako but sobrang thankful ako sa kanilang lahat kasi hindi nila pinaramdam sa akin yun.
Ba't ka naman na-frustrate? Ang gagaling nga ng kasama mo.
Ako lang po yung pakiramdam ko po kasi masyado silang mataas para sa akin.
I'm sure nakasabay ka naman sa kanya. Thank you, Athena. Miss Valin, ikaw, ano yung pinaka-challenge for you in doing this?
Hi, Sir Romel. Good afternoon. For me, may mga pros and cons, pero syempre mas madaming pros doon. Yung cons na nga yung mga nasabi namin na we were away from our families, ganyan. And yung pinaka-cons for me is masyado akong na-attach sa kanila. So, ang hirap din umuwi. At the same time, na-miss ko sila. Lalo na yung mga bonding namin. So, yun yung mga cons. But yung pros naman is like what Rocco said, we were in character kahit na mag-isa lang kami sa room. Parang hindi pa rin talaga nawawala yun. So we were still on character. Ano pa ba? And kitang-kita mo kasi na parang everyone was just in it to win it. Like we wanted to give a good show. And for me, parang nagkaroon lalo ako ng drive to finish the show as amazing as how I had it imagined in my mind.
Thank you, Valin. Miss Ina, challenge ko pa ba sa dami na nagawa mong project? Ina.
Hello, Kuya Romel. In terms of kung sa role, hindi naman ako challenged masyado kasi una, ako contrary to kay Max, malapit sa akin yung character ko, si Kel. Very parang hindi ako maarte. Parang ako na. Tapos I never felt the need to change the lines at any given point kasi parang it's also like me talking, ganyan. At napakasarap talagang katrabaho. I swear, this is the best group na nasamahan ko. Buti na lang kasi hindi madali mag-bubble taping. Pero dahil nga, bukod sa lahat ng, from the crew, the cameraman, the staff, everyone, lahat ng artista, si Direk, parang it's a joy. It's a joy to work with them. And excited ako lagi may taping. Yung con for me, siguro dahil I'm very sensitive, I'm very emotional, madali talaga akong maaning-aning. So pag may mga day off ako, syempre hindi may iwasan yan, may mga day off ganyan. Tapos syempre kulong ka sa kwarto. Tapos yung first 2 weeks namin doon sa location namin, walang tigil ang ulan. Na ano ko siya, na-absorb ko. So may mga slight drama ako. Tatawagan ko lang yung asawa ko, ganyan. Tapos super cry lang, ganyan. Tapos di ko rin maintindihan na parang, ba't ka ba umiiyak? Ang swerte mo nga, may trabaho ka, ganyan. Tapos ang saya ko naman pag may taping, ganyan, pagkasama ko sila. But yun yung challenge kasi you're away. And alam mo na, if you wanna see them, if you want a hug, if I wanna see my dogs, wala, parang hindi ka pwedeng, walang ganun. Tiis ganda talaga. So, yun lang yung con. Pero actually, this was really hard to leave. Etong grupo na to.
Nakita ko, Kuya Romel, yung pag-emote ni Ina kapag may pupuntahan na umuulan, nandun siya sa bintana, sa window. Yung malungkot, yung parang sa karaoke, yung susundan mo yung mga chorus na, tapos
totoo yan.
Malungkot yung tapos gumaganon si Ina.
Tapos makikita ko si Ro, kung makikita ko saya-saya niya, dami ng taping. Oo.
Wala ko bigla akong naligo sa ulan.
Hindi, bawal din po yun. Baka magkasakit.
Thank you. Si Miss Gillette, kayo po. Yung Miss Gillette, siguro yung pinaka hindi nyo malilimutan sa taping ninyo ng To Happen to.
Hindi ko pinakakalimutan.
Ulan din po ba? Hindi naman.
Oo, my goodness gracious. Direct yung first 3 days ng second lock-in taping. 16 days. Ay, oo nga pala. Teka, alin ba? Toss up. Toss up sa nayanig ang pagkatao ko nung earthquake. Oo, nayanig ako nun.
This was July. July po yung Lindol, di ba?
I think nung second lock-in na, I think it was August. I might be wrong, but it was the first or second week nung taping. Yeah.
So, Lindol ang challenge pala sa iyo, Ms. July.
No, nayanig ako. Pero ano ba? Na-stress ako dahil nga sabi nga nila, di ba, the first 16 days ng second cycle, binayo kami ng ulan, di kami tinigilan. So ang ginawa ng production, kinambyo nila, and then para siya joke.
Birthday
birthday namin nung first 3 days ni Carla. Tapos yung pinaka-showcase nun, kasama namin si Max at saka si Ina. Ilang hog yun? 10 hog? 12 hog? Goodness gracious, ang daming linya. Yung time apat, remember that? Yun, unforgettable sa akin yun kasi ang daming lines, ang daming pages in the middle of the rain na kailangan naming labanan yung audio na dapat naririnig kami. Sink or swim, sabi kong gano'n, di ba? Manalo, matalo, dapat pumasok lahat ang lines para take 1. Kasi basa-basa na kami sa ulan. Tapos yung sapatos ni Max, hindi namin alam bakit bumubula.
Bakit bumubula?
May ganun pala.
Hindi namin alam. Ay, sabi namin, bakit may soapy bubbles yung feet ni Max? Hindi namin makompute.
Habang tumuluhan sa Kuya Romel.
Nalala mo yun?
Yung sandals ko dito.
Oo, yung sandals mo, bakit siya bumubula? Hindi ko ma-reconcile. Yun na lang naalala ko, yung soapy bubbles mong feet.
Hindi nagkukuskus ng paa.
Sabon nga daw,
Panlaw.
Malinis na malinis ang paa ni Max.
Ay, awa na Diyos, natapos namin yung eksena.
Naitawid nyo naman pala.
Naitawid namin. Lord, ayun na.
Thank you, Ms. Gillette.
Thank you.
Ms. Gillette, Lindol Sandito.
Oh my goodness.
Si Sir Roy, kayo po. Meron po ba kayong kaparehong experience ni Ms. Gillette? O
I think wala pa po si Sir
Wala.
Roy. Yes, may
okay. Si Luis. Luis, ikaw sa millennial, ano yung naging challenge sa iyo in doing the bubble taping for To Happen?
Kuya Romel, I guess sa akin yung pinaka-challenge is yung being away from my family and my dogs, my cats. Ayan. But also, tulad nga nung nabanggit nila Tita Gillette kanina, blessing itong bubble taping and the location kasi kahit na malayo kami sa aming mga loved ones, nandun naman kami in a bubble, safe place to focus on our jobs and to really make the most of our time there para makabalik agad sa mga families namin. And iba yung level of focus and the level of craft na pinakita ng bawat isa. So I guess is mga challenges is yung worry ko na hindi ako makasabay sa kanilang lahat kasi lahat ng cast dito mas maonti na ngayon kumpara sa pre-pandemic pero bawat karakter sobrang substantial, lahat may matututunan, lahat may mapupulot kayo and everyone would be able to relate. And yun, kasama na yung mga marami ako natutunang mga wisdom sa bawat isa from the crew, the cast, the staff, everyone po.
Thank you, Luis. And for
Salamat
my
po.
final question kay Direk Don Michael, Direk, how different is to having to hold sa mga nagawa mo na before?
Ito yung first na soap ko kasi na ginawa na bubble na
okay. First lock-in pala to, Direk.
No, it's not my first lock-in, pero yung yung Love of My Life kasi nagsimula siya na pre-pandemic and then tinuloy lang namin nung nagka-pandemic na. No? So ito yung mula umpisa hanggang dulo nakabubble talaga. So ang hirap in a sense kasi tulad nga ng nasabi ng lahat, no, malayo kami sa mga pamilya namin, malayo sa mga mahal namin. What would set this apart? I guess iba yung mindset nating lahat dahil sa pandemic eh. Ngayon we learn to value things na hindi na pinagpapasawalang bahala natin dati. That we used to take for granted. Ngayon na-shift na yung priorities natin, na-shift na yung kung ano yung importante sa atin, ano yung mahalaga sa buhay natin. So in a sense, no, ganun din yung naging perspective ko na naging malinaw sa akin ano bang mahalaga sa atin. Number one is yung to love and be loved. Number two is your health. And number three is the capacity and the ability to work. Given those three things, no, I guess we were able to come up with a very focused and a very real show na stripped down to the essentials. Ano ba yung importante sa buhay natin? Ganyan, ano ba yung mahalaga sa buhay natin? What makes us laugh? What makes us cry? What makes us humans? So I would say na itong To Have and to Hold, this is the most human, realistic show I've ever done so far.
Ayun. Thank you, Direk. At least, and maganda yung mga nasabi mo about it. Congratulations in advance, Direk. I'm sure magandang
Thank you.
And to the cast, congratulations. Ayan. Di na ako na-video ng host. Naka-off ako yata sa host, pero okay lang. Thank you very much, guys, and congratulations.
Thank you so much po, Ms. Rommel. And our next set of questions will be coming from Ms. Tessa Ariola of Manila Times. Hello po, Ms. Tessa.
Hi, hello. Hi, Jill. Good afternoon to everybody. My question is for the three leads. No, of course, we know that Rocco just got married early this year. And then, of course, not too long ago, it was Max who got married, and then very soon it will be Carla who will be getting married. No, To Have and to Hold is the traditional vows that we, that people exchange during their weddings. I just want to ask muna the marrieds, if you followed the actual traditional vow, if you said the traditional vows during your wedding. If you did, that's fine. But if you'd like to change the words to it, what would you like to change them with? So maybe ladies first. Let's start with Max.
Wow, I did follow the traditional vows. If I could change, the words, I really don't know what words I would change them with. So I guess it would be more of, as opposed to the promise that the typical vows that we do. Syempre, we also have our own vows that are personal vows for our spouse, and I feel like that resonates, of course, more resonated more to me and how I felt about marriage. And so I think that everyone just has their own promises talaga. So I can't really like give you the exact words basically, but it's really like what I remember what I said during my vows, and that was to be the best version of myself, to try to be better every day, to put God first, and I really try my best to uphold those promises as much as possible, and I wouldn't change what I said. I guess.
Thank you. How about Rocco? Did you follow the traditional vows, or did you say something else?
No, I didn't. We had a Christian wedding, and it was somewhat of a civil wedding. But I would not change what I said for my vows. Siguro kung makadagdag talaga is to really to be ready for change and to be ready to accept change. I mean, when it comes to a new life together, kasi syempre bilang bagong kasal, nabigla pala ako, ganito pala yun, ganito pala yung panibagong journey. So, yun siguro na maidadagdag ko.
And of course, our right to be, our beautiful right to be. What are your plans? Of course, are you going with the traditional wedding vows, or would you like to say? I know a lot of people already, diba? Parang they choose to, like compose their own vows for their bride.
Yeah, we will still definitely follow the traditional vows because we are Catholics. We will get married in a church. So parte po yun. Marriage is still a sacrament, a holy sacrament, and given that we are Catholics, we of course live accordingly to our marriage vows. If given the chance, we would also be sharing or giving our own personal vows, but in terms of changing, parang wala naman. There's nothing that I wouldn't change naman.
Or adding maybe.
No naman.
Nothing to add. Nothing to add either.
Nothing to add.
So best wishes to you in advance.
Thank you, Ms. Tessa.
And then just for direct, I'd just like to ask, you're saying that the, what makes this series different, if it's, about infidelity is the fact that, we can understand and really relate to all the characters. Nobody, like Rocco said, no one's good, no one's bad, it's everybody has their own story to tell. But of course, seeing that it is infidelity, ano ho yung may redeeming value naman po ng programa? Kasi, kasi if we relate to them and we just understand everybody, diba? Life would be so easy. But yun nga yung mahirap, diba? Parang kung paano to follow the, the straight path, so to speak. Ano yung redeeming value niya, saying that, in our society, we still kind of look for it, no matter how modern we become.
I guess ang takeaway ko personally, you cannot judge people for their wrongdoings. It's easy to condemn people who commit infidelity or or people who have affairs, but the question always is why? What drove that person to do such a thing, diba? That's what the show will tackle. That's what the show will delve into. What are the reasons why people fall out of love? Two people who are so much in love fall out of it, and what breaks a marriage apart? What are the reasons why a couple or two people who are in a relationship destroy the bond that they forged or the vows that they've taken? And at the end of the day, yun nga parang what you'll realize is that everyone has a valid reason there's no right or wrong when it comes to love, and there's no black or white. Ang daming grace in between, and only when you experience real love will you understand real pain, real suffering, and there and only then does real forgiveness comes. So yun lang yung takeaway ko.
I guess in the end, maybe when you all say that we can relate to the series, maybe in ways parang maybe if a couple who's watching it, they're suddenly going through something similar, parang iwasan na lang yung ganon klaseng situation, maybe para hindi na kayo ma-tempt to probably go the other way, no? Kasi if we say that we'll just try to understand everything that they're coming from, of course, then wala na tayong draw na line doon. But I suppose that's what the audience can take away siguro, is to learn lessons na lang siguro from what's happening with your characters. Ganun ba yon, Direk?
Yes, you're absolutely correct. Na of course everyone wants a fairy tale ending, no? Everyone wants they live happily ever after. Pero ang magandang pag-usapan is why do we get sad endings, and why don't they live happily ever after? And those are the things na mas kailangan nating pag-isipan so that we'll have our happy ending.
Thank you very much, and good luck on the series. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tessa.
Thank you very much po, Ms. Tessa. And for our next set of questions, all the way from Dubai, Ms. Georgia Fritada of TAG 91.1 UAE.
No problem. Hello, Georgia.
Hi, everyone.
Hello there.
Yes, good noon here in Dubai. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you guys with your new teleserye. And I only have 2 questions for you guys. My first one, it's for Max.
Hi, Georgia.
Looking pretty today. You've been through a lot of roles or characters in the past, no? Sa palagay mo ba, mas komportable ka na ngayon doing this kind of role since you are married, or may mga challenges ka pa rin?
Actually, I feel like being married has helped me with this role because obviously she's married. So I understand certain aspects of what she goes through and the dynamics, and emotionally, it gives you so much more to work with, like being a mom, being a wife. It's made me grow so much from before and from the roles that I've done before. And I see, I look for different things with my character now. Like now I think I'm more attentive to certain characteristics and emotions that I didn't notice before. So I feel like mas marami akong, I have a lot more things in my jar, kumbaga, to use.
Mas maraming hugot, kumbaga.
Yeah, mas maraming hugot sa jar.
Yes, thank you so much for that. And my next question is for Carla and Rocco. All right, for the newlywed and soon to be a bride. Sa palagay niyo ba, unconditional love na matatawag or pagiging martir lang yung pagbibigay ng second chance sa tao mahal mo pero sinaktan ka ng bonggang-bongga? Is it unconditional love or pagiging martir lang?
Oh my God, ang hirap sagutin ng question na yan, ha?
Diba?
Universe, wait.
Ladies first.
Next another day para ano. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Ladies first daw,
really
sabi
good question. Unconditional love, of course. Yes, definitely unconditional love. But sa totoo lang, I mean, siguro naman it's pretty obvious that when the love of your life commits the same mistake over and over and over again, and you in turn keep forgiving over and over and over again, it comes to a point na naging martir ka na. So napakadali para sa atin, lalo na mga Pilipino, na maglagay ng label na yun, na ay martir ka na, di ba? But then I'd like to believe that it is unconditional love. Most especially because we are committed to each other. Hindi lang in paper, but like if personally Catholic, in front of God, di ba? So with me kasi, you will do everything, anything and everything to save your marriage din. But, gosh, napakahirap ng tanong. Definitely unconditional love, but yun nga, nagkakaroon kasi tayo ng tendency na tawaging martir na kapag nagiging paulit-ulit na.
Paulit-ulit na. How about you, Rocco?
I definitely agree with Carla. Unconditional love yan. If you compare it to happening over and over again, I mean, love makes us do things that sometimes we may regret, sometimes makakabuti, sometimes it can be stupid. So sometimes kasi ako bilang lala, pagod na pagod daw magbigay ng second chance. Lagi na lang ako nasasaktan. I'm kidding. It is definitely unconditional love, but there's a thin line to it. Alam mo yun? Unconditional love leading to pagiging martir. So, minsan, dahil in love tayo, nakakalimutan natin yan. Okay lang. So, I will have to agree with Carla on that.
Yes. Unconditional love then. Thank you so much. And again, congratulations sa lahat kay Direk sa inyong bagong teleserye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much po, Ms. Georgia. Before we proceed with our next question, one of our media friends is actually celebrating his birthday today. And he's here with us. Hello po, Tito Eugene, Asses of People.
Hello, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday po, Tito Eugene. Our next question. Happy birthday po. Our next question po is from Sir Jerry Donato of Philippine Star.
Hi, good afternoon. Okay.
Hello, Jerry.
Yung first question ko para kay Carla, Max, and Rocco, I think parang nasagot na ni Max nung sinagot niya yung tanong nung isa. But I just like lang to get the opinions and thoughts of Carla and Rocco on this. Kasi since the three of you are in a relationship already, serious relationship, of course, do you think that being in a relationship has helped you better navigate or understand your character, what your character is going through? Maybe ang unang sasagot siguro si Carla, then si Rocco.
Yes, definitely. Lahat naman ng tao, bagay, pangyayari sa ating buhay, parte yun ng pag-shape sa atin as individuals. So definitely, yun lang yung masasabi ko. Yes, definitely. It helped navigate me yung relationship ko, not just with Tom, but everybody else, even my past relationship. So lahat yun napaka-crucial sa growth ko as an individual.
And it has also helped you, understand your character.
My character, yes, definitely. Oo naman, because these relationships give you that experience, give you lessons in life. You are able to identify and relate perhaps to the various characters ng aking character. So importante yun.
How about Rocco?
Well, if you were asking this to me or us maybe 5 or 10 years ago, iba definitely ang magiging atake niyan. Kasi, I mean, we'll be young, hindi pa namin na pagdadaanan nito, and we would come up with something to breathe life into a character. Now with kung nasaan kami ngayon sa buhay, mas naiintindihan namin. Tama yung naman sinabi mo, better understand the character because of what we've been through with our past relationships and life itself. Mas madali itahi-tahiyan. Maliliit na bagay na lang aayusin mo. Like myself, like I said kanina, bilang isa akong newlywed, and comparing my character to Gavin, who's a workaholic, matagal na sila magkasama. Konti na lang inaayos namin doon. But tama nga yung sinabi mo, whatever we have been through in life has made things easier for us. to understand our characters. But bilang isang aktor, para sa aming lahat, mahirap pa rin yan. Mahirap pa rin.
And then I think I think I na-mention kanina that your characters were crafted in such a way that they were to be appeared not yung parang they were appeared to be realistic. Kumbaga, 'di ba, yung kontrabida, bida in real life, ganun naman tayo. So as an actress, for the three of you, do you find it more challenging and more meaningful, no, to shape and also to interpret a character that is really, really close to a real person? Kesa yung parang caricature na napaka-predictable na ng mga actions at
really, much easier. The more realistic, the better. Kasi we are, a bit farther away from the usual melodramatic attack or treatment of any story or of any soap. So it's way better. I wouldn't say it's easy, but perhaps it's easier for us actors because realistic, this happens in real life. Although many times it's uncomfortable, but we have to give it justice. We have to give justice to our characters and our scenes to show that this is real. Nangyayari ito. Perhaps it's not being discussed as often or as much, but it's real life.
Anong masasabi naman ni Max and Rocco doon?
For me, it was more fulfilling. On the contrary, sa sinabi ni Carla, para sa akin mas mahirap kasi nasanay ako na inaarte ko lagi. And dito, because of the leadership of Direk Don, he was so amazing at being supportive and really encouraging us to find truth in all of the scenes and really make it as real as possible. And because we had an amazing script from Miss Denoy, we were given the opportunity to do so. And it was harder para sa akin kasi hindi ako sanay na magdigdip. Hindi ako ganun ka-emotional eh. So it was really hard for me to look for those emotions and open myself up.
Okay, doon naman sa ating nominated na Best Actor.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? Ang dami-dami na tumatakbo sa utak ko.
I'm asking lang na, do you find it more challenging na you're playing a character that is really realistic, na hindi yung parang caricature na predictable yung actions? The usual characters are being crafted and written, di ba? Kasi sabi nyo, yung roles, your characters here are not bida kontra bida eh. So, is it more meaningful on your part as an actor to portray and interpret such character?
Nothing is challenging for me. Wow! Ang peg ko si Ina Fileo. Walang challenge. It's still a challenge because it's so real. It gets you to start thinking. Kaya in a way, it can be challenging. It can be challenging as well. Like what Carla and Matt said. Buti na lang, nandun nga si Direk. Alam ni Direk yan. Ilang beses ko na rin siya kinausap. And si Ate Denoy, our writer for this show. We had a lot of phone calls and one-on-one na nag-uusap kami about the script because we all have a different take on what we see when we read the script and our characters. So, yeah.
Kailangan you were on the same page, eh? Diba?
Tama.
From the actors' perspective, writers and directors' perspective. Thank you, Carla, Max, and Rocco. God bless.
Thank you,
Thank
Jerry.
you.
Very much.
Thank you po, Sir Jerry. Ang susunod po na magtatanong ay si Bernie Franco of PEP. Hello po.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, Bernie.
Yes. Hi, guys. Yes, my question is for the three main lead. Usually, tinatanong yung mga artista kung how they breathe life to their character. But my question is the other way around. What have you learned from your character that you can apply to your real life, to your relationships? Carla, would you like to start?
Natulala ako.
Sorry.
Wow. There's something that I learned from Erica na not necessarily pinakita niya or ginawa niya, but from playing the role of Erica na lang, I would say. with Erica kasi, she tends to use her heart over her head. Although, of course, ideally, parehong utak at puso ang gagamitin. Si Erica kasi may tendency na puros puso lang ang ginagamit na hindi na nakakapag-isip ng tama. That's why merong mga like the likes of her mother, Vicky, yan ang nagpapasok ng sense kay Erica minsan, ang nagre-remind sa kanya. So, yun ang natutunan ko from playing the role of Erica, na hindi pwedeng puso lang ang laging nagdedesisyon. Kailangan at some point, ideally balance, pero kailangan gamitan ng pag-iisip din at ng utak.
All right, thank you. Si Rocco.
Can you repeat that? Joke lang. Siguro ang takeaway ko dito would be with how Gavin was throughout the show. It cannot be just one person as you enter marriage. Tama yung sinasabi, there's no I in team. Cliche as it may sound. Pero there are always, as one enters into this new journey, dapat tanggap niya yung magiging sitwasyon and hindi na ikaw ang magdidesisyon sa mga bagay-bagay tulad ng mga magiging flow ng buhay ninyo. You have to always consider your partner's comment, opinion about everything, and it cannot just be one-sided. It cannot just go your way. Sometimes one or both dapat magpakumbaba o isa masusunod. Pero isang bagay yun na natutunan ko.
All right, thank you. Max?
Something I learned from Dominique is to be brave enough to fight for what you want, and that it's okay to accept your flaws. And what I learned from her not to do would be to always really think about how your actions affect other people and everyone around.
All right. Thank you. My second question, ito sinasabi ni Direk Don mula pa kanina, no? Yung issue dito is like real life. It happens in real life, parang kapitbahay mo lang. So, in this time, why is it important to tackle issues, marital issues, infidelity, in times like this? Why is it important to tackle issues like this? Rocco, you wanna start?
Ako? Okay. Akala ko si Direk. Well, it's the pandemic. I mean, a lot of couples are living together or they have much more time together. And I'm sure marami tayo narinig na mga sad stories of people breaking up and all of these. Kaya, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is not a joke na. Can you repeat the question?
Okay. Yung question, bakit importante yung itakal yung marital issues, yung infidelity? Kasi diba in real life nangyayari to. Sa panahon ngayon, why is it relevant?
Yeah, yun. So I'm so sorry about that. Like I said, tama nga yun. A lot of people have been spending more time together. Ito yung time na mas lumalabas yung pagkakakilala natin sa isa't isa. So with these stories, we tackle on communication, something that sometimes nalalakpasan natin hindi nakikita. And also, natatakal din dito ang issue of self-esteem. So yeah.
Right.
Can we go next? Okay. For me, dapat talaga siyang itakil because for so long, we always brush everything under the rug. We don't really talk about these issues. And now that everything's online, we're more open about things. It's really great to see different perspectives para mas ma-address mo if, for example, you have a problem in your relationship and you see on TV na parang, nakikita ko yung POV ng ibang character. You can see how you'll assess your relationship and see kung may pagkakamali ka din, may pagkakamali yung partner mo, and try to work things out. And that's the beauty of what we do, because not only is it just a story, but we're trying our best to depict real lives and real emotions. And sana, if you can relate, then it might help you in some way assess your own relationship and maybe strengthen it or figure out what you're not supposed to do or what you can do to help each other and be there for each other. You know.
Thanks, Max. Carla?
I agree 100% with Max. Dadagdagan ko na lang. Everything, copy-paste. But idadagdag ko na lang na, these stories, hindi naman to first napapanood na natin yan. Not that we want to normalize it, di ba? Ang infidelity or what, making mistakes in a relationship. But it's very important to show, to express yung atake, very realistic. Kasi in a way, we can help the viewers assess themselves, yung kung nasaan sila sa relationship nila, sa marriage nila. Because really, to have and to hold is not just about infidelity. It's basically just overall about relationships, family, forgiveness, finding your own happiness, yourself, making yourself happy. Hindi yung nakasalalay ka sa iba para sa sarili mong happiness. So ang daming lessons, and in a way, hopefully through shows like To Have and to Hold, mas makakapag-identify sila, mas ma-assess nila yung mga posisyon nila sa buhay.
Ayan, that's it for me. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernie. Ayan, ang next set of questions po natin will be coming from Miss Rose Garcia of PEP. Hello, Miss Rose.
Hello po.
Hello, Miss Rose.
Hi, Ate Rose.
Hello. Yan. Okay, wait lang. Ba't ganito to? Ayan lang. Unang question ko muna for Max. Max, akala ko si Ariana Grande. Okay. Ang bongga, looking young. Anyway, Max, since ikaw sa inyong tatlo yung medyo mas nauna nang naikasal or ilang taon na rin kasal. And then si Carla naman is getting married next month. Kung tatanungin ka ni Carla for an advice, anong maibibigay mo sa kanya na advice na dapat at hindi dapat gawin para to keep on holding on with the marriage?
Number one, which everyone says, is communication. Because once you stop talking to each other, that's when things change and you can drift apart. So I feel like communication in any relationship is really, really important. And then number two would be to appreciate the little things, because that's what you'll hold on to every day. To always see and be thankful for those happy moments that you have. And number three would be to make effort. Because if you really don't make effort, then how will you make your partner happy, and how will your partner make you happy? So that's really very, very important, I feel, to a long-lasting relationship.
Okay. So ikaw na rin ang unang sumagot to my next question. Para naman sa inyong tatlo, ni Carla and ni Rocco. Kaya mo ba talagang patawarin at tanggapin pa rin ang partner mo if ever na malaman mong nag-cheat siya sa'yo?
Ako, yes. Ako, yes. Because I feel
No.
I don't know. Ako, yes, because I feel like marriage or love is stronger than infidelity. But syempre, that all depends on your partner. If your partner wants to be forgiven, diba?
Kaya? Okay. Sige, thank you, Max. Carla and si Rocco.
Ako, yes, definitely. Hindi naman madali yan for sure magpatawad kapag nagloko ang asawa. Pero parte yan ng buhay. Lagi ko nga sinasabi, si Lord nga nagpatawad, paano pa tayo. But that shouldn't be din naman an ego signal or an excuse na aabusuhin dapat ng partner mo na, ay, okay lang yan, magpapatawad naman yan for sure, gawin na natin. Hindi naman din dapat ganun. Pero para mabuo ka bilang tao at maging masaya ka, kailangan mo ring magpatawad ng iba.
And aside from patawad, yung acceptance na you will still stick together.
Yes, yes.
Talaga.
Oo naman, kasi once ka nagpatawad, the real work comes after the forgiveness. So, hindi din naman yan pwedeng, ay, porkit napatawad na ako ng asawa ko, okay na yan. Back to na kami. No, the real work has to be after that, na kailangan talaga may change, may sacrifice, may adjustment talagang gagawin din yung nagka-affair.
Okay, thank you, Carla. Good luck sa wedding. Ayan, congrats pala. Sorry.
Good luck talaga.
Tama din ko.
Kay Rocco.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, a second chance is part of the work that you have to put into. Tinanggap mo yung promise sa isa't isa na, again, tulad ng aming title, To Have and to Hold. You also embrace all the ugly traits of your partner. And of course, pray. I mean, things can get better in time. Pero tulad nga ng sinabi ni Carla, porque na nagpatawad, yun na yun. Second chance means really embracing the flaws of each other. But of course, there's always a limit to it. And it dives down again to bakit, tulad ng sinabi ni Direk. What dito papasok ang communication, isang bagay na sinasabi ko kanina paulit-ulit na hindi napapansin o nakakalimutan. Kaya umaabot tayo sa mga ganong klaseng problema. So dito na papasok ang importansya ng pag-uusap na mag-asawa, ang pag-iintindi, and these are some things na talagang itatackle sa aming palabas. Hindi lang yung just the act of infidelity. Dito ipapakita ko anong tumatakbo sa utak ng isang lalaki. Why, how, when, and dito tayo makakapag-dig deep kung bakit natin okay, maiintindihan natin. Now, would I still hate that person after natin maintindihan yung mga dahilan? I think that's a huge factor.
Rocco, parang usually kasi or very common na yung lalaki talaga yung nagkakaroon ng other woman. Ganon. So dito obviously sa serye yun yung sa different case. Although hindi naman siya totally different dahil nangyayari.
Sorry, Ate Rose, may mga kumakahod.
Sorry. Usually talaga, di ba, yung guy yung nagkakaroon ng other woman. Pero dito sa serye nyo, sabihin parang is the other way around. Although nangyayari naman talaga siya in real life. So sa part mo, Rocco, kung sa relationship o sa marriage, kaya mo, if ever lang, hypothetically lang, na malaman mo na nag-cheat ka or iba pala siyang guy o may ibang
Sorry, Ate Rose, if I heard it right, anong gagawin ko kapag nalaman ko nag-cheat?
Oo, kaya mo ba? Can you take it?
Pagkatapos ng isang uppercut ng dalawa, joke lang. Again, I would dig down deep para malaman kung bakit, bago intindihin na ako ba may kasalanan? Ako ba may kasalanan kung bakit nangyari yun? Maraming factors yan. Again, actually, nung nag-uusap kami ng buong team about the show, napa-research ako sa Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Kung saan mas nauuna, wow, may research, di ba? Ang top 3 dun sa hierarchy of needs are self-actualization, self-esteem, and love and belongingness. So, dun pa lang, once one of those factors gets diminished, it leads to something that can happen sa mga acts na ginagawa natin. So, minsan, kailangan natin not to act purely on just emotion na it's done, tapos na. Sometimes it takes one person to understand why something bad is happening and ba't ginawa sa akin to. So after assessing all of that, doon ko lang malalaman kung ano dapat gawin. Hindi dapat yung ayawan na.
Okay, pare, ang babait naman ng mga guest ng to have it all. Excited ako dito sa soap niyo kasi dito yan, di ba? Dito yung kinunan niya sa Bataan. Sa Tala. Tama, di ba? Yung location.
Yes, sayang.
Yes. Okay, na for my last, for my last question for Luis and Rere. Anong feeling ninyo na sa dami ng sa Puso Stars, of course, kayo yung nabigyan ng opportunity ng network na makasama dito sa isang malaking serye at prime time pa siya. Yeah.
Ako po sobrang hindi talaga ako makapaniwala po talaga. Lalo na nung sinabi sa akin ng manager ko na magiging part daw po ako ng cast na To Have and To Hold. Sobrang, as in, tinext ko po talaga si Luis, ganyan, sobrang tuwan-tuwa ako. Thank you. Sobrang nakakataba po talaga ng puso kasi baguhan pa lang ako pero hindi nila parang binaliwala kung ano yung talent man na nakikita nila sa akin. Binigyan nila ako ng chance para mapakita sa ibang tao kung ano man yung talento na meron ako. So sobrang thankful po ako sa opportunity na binigay sa akin ng GMA.
Yeah, bago magsalita si Luis, nabalita kasi recently yung kay kuya mo, kay Ruru, na napaka-generous pala. I'm sure na yes, di ba? So lalo na siguro sa'yo, with you na kapatid niya, ano naman yung pwede mong i-share na generosity ni Ruru, anong kuya mo, sa part mo?
Si kuya kasi hindi dahil kapatid ko siya, pero nakikita ko sa kanya na parang wala siyang pakialam sa pera talaga eh. Pag meron kang gusto, bibilin niya. Hindi lang yung dahil kapatid niya ako, pero sa lahat talaga, ganun siya. Sobrang generous niyang tao. So feeling ko kaya, baka wala nga siyang ipon eh. Sobrang generous niya, baka wala siyang ipon.
Ayun na. Okay, thank you.
Rere, may papabili kami lahat
Oo nga.
Online send ko na lang sa iyo Gucci.
Ayun na. Okay, Luis naman. Yon. Question.
Hi, Ate Rose. Ayan, to answer your question, simply put, I'm very, very grateful sa opportunity na binigay ng GMA to be part of this amazing show with one of the most talented cast, staff, crew, lahat. Truly blessed. Especially at a time like this, pandemic eh. So, ang daming artista na hindi nabigyan ng kontrata or hindi mabigyan ng trabaho. And yet, here we are, kami ni Rere. Ako, kakalipat lang. Si Rere, still starting also. We're basically fresh talents, fresh faces. But the amount of trust and confidence na naibigay sa amin ng people who made this decision for us to be part of it. Talagang pinahalagaan namin at talagang truly grateful kami ni Rere. I personally am beyond grateful to be part of this show, and I'm very excited kasi talagang pinagandaan namin yan ni Rere, talagang workshop, and we really worked on our chemistry, not just between each other, but our chemistry as a whole, sa aming mga cast, our chemistry with the staff and the crew, kay Direk, lahat pinag-aralan, pinaghandaan. So we are very excited for you to see the finished products kasi talagang mataas ang naibigay ng lahat dito.
Okay, thank
Pwede
you.
po ba ako sumingit ulit? Gusto ko rin po mag-thank you sa lahat po ng nandito na PMPC, sa lahat po ng staff ng PMPC kasi napili po ako as Best New Female. Ayan, so sobrang thank you po. Of course, kay Nay Cathy, maraming salamat po.
Okay, thank you. Congrats, Re.
Thank you po, Ms. Rose, and congratulations again, Athena. For our next question po, we have Sir Atom Pornel of Pika Pika.
Hello, good afternoon po.
Good
afternoon. So for my first question po is for Athena, since nandiyan na si Athena. Hi, Athena. Ayan.
Hello po.
Congratulations, and matanong ko lang, no, sabi mo kasi kanina, medyo parang na-intimidate ka kasi baguhan, tapos matitindi yung mga kasabayan mo dito sa show. So, nagbigay ba ng advice, since generous yung kuya mo, may binigay ba siyang advice sa'yo kung paano, since baka ito yung first, tama ba? First big project mo with GMA. So,
Opo.
ano yung binigay niyang tips sa'yo para, maitawid mo yung locking taping, yung pag-shoot?
Yung pinaka natandaan ko lang sa sobrang daming advice na binigay niya sa akin. Siguro yung lagi ko daw isipin na every time na pupunta or may gagawin akong scene, lagi ko daw isipin na last ko na yun para mabigay ko daw yung best ko. Pero ewan ko kung medyo hindi ako nakikinig kasi nakaka-take to pa rin ako. Ayun.
Alright, sige. Thank you. And for my next question is for Rocco.
Hey, Tom.
Hi, Rocco. Hello. Congratulations sa bagong project. Congratulations sa nomination at sa Mansari lahat na. Congratulations. Ang dami. Anyway, tanong ko lang nung binigay sa itong project na to, kasi ang pagkakaalam ko, nalabas na rin sa mga report before na it's supposed to be for another actor, pero napunta siya sa'yo. So, ano yung naisip mo nung tinawagan ka para ibigay sa itong role na to?
I was not aware of that. Sa'yo ko lang nalaman to. Talaga? Anong gusto mo? Reaction ko? Or,
Hindi, ano yung naisip mo agad? Kasi parang, syempre, di ba, kailangan mag-quarantine. Yeah. Maraming process siya. So, nung biglang sinabi sila, hey, ikaw to. So, ano yung tumakbo sa isip mo that time?
Tom, ready na ako mag-lock-in taping eh. Kasi prior to doing this, I was able to guest for Oh My Love. And sila naka-lock-in sila for more than 3 months eh. So pumasok ko sa show na yun, medyo kumbaga nakapag-practice na sa locked-in taping. And I was ready for it. I was supposed to do another show, pero nag-usap nga kami ng managers ko. And when this was offered to me and they laid down the challenges ng character, I was drawn to it talaga. And I'm glad I did it kasi marami din ako na, like I said kanina, marami akong natutunan sa character na ito, sa story na ito, at na-apply ko sa sarili ko. And I'm glad I went this way. And I'm really, really glad I got to work with these actors, and they were able to give me emotions na na-surprise ako during my scenes. If I don't know kung mayroong makakapansin sa mga manonood natin, pero maraming ad-libs dito na kumbaga tumpak yung mga hirit or galit or words of hurting. And they all know this. They saw how raw I was. They saw how exposed I left myself be. Meron din ako mga pinagdaanan din during taping, and I was so glad na niyakap ako ng pamilyang ito.
Well, interesting and exciting. Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
And follow-up question ko lang dun kasi kanina nakapagbigay si Max ng kanyang advice for Carla na ikakasal next month. Best wishes daw. So, tanongin din natin ng input si Miss Ina Fileo kasi married din siya and then foreign pa. So baka may magandang input si Miss Ina about marriage. So let's see. Hello, Miss Ina. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon po. For Carla, sa akin, yung pinaka-importante is that you marry the person, you choose At least yun yung maganda sa marriage, diba? Ikaw ang pipili kung sino makakasama mo habang buhay. Hindi yan pinilit sa'yo. Hindi yan isang desisyon na gagawin mo because kinilig ka or something like that. But then Carla has been with Tom for many years. And I've seen them, kahit na hindi kami talagang, kumbaga, ngayon lang kami ni Carla naging friends. Pero I've always seen them and I see that it's a real relationship. And so, sa akin, I'm pretty confident na kakayanin nila. Always remember that these are two individuals. hindi ako naniniwala na parang you become one person. No, you're still two individuals. So may mga bagay talaga na ito ako at yan ka. And when you make the decision to get married, you're ready to accept the whole package. I agree with Max, communication. Yan ang malaking natutunan ko dahil ngayon pa na kung kailan foreigner yung aking naging partner, tsaka pa ako natutong mag-communicate kasi pinipilit niya ako. So, like personally, I used to be someone na hindi nakikipag-away, hindi ako nagsasalita, ganon. Parang si Kim, ganyan. I guess it's a very Filipino trait. But with him, talagang he wants me to say, what's your side of this, yung argument, ano mo. And then, nagmi-meet eh. He respects me eh. I guess that's another important tip. But all of these things, I know in my heart that Carla knows this and Tom knows this already. But yun, respect, and always respect that you're still two people. You're partners. You're a team more than anything. So, kung ano man yung darating na pagsubok sa buhay ninyo, you're a team. Tulungan yan. Maaaring at some point, like, kunyari sa to have and to hold, at some point, yung isa ang mas mahina. The other one has to be stronger for the other person. If one person is trying to find himself or herself, you have to be ready to support also kasi yun yung kailangan niyang pagdaanan. So those are my tips, hindi naman tips, pero yun ang masasabi ko about it.
And that was beautiful. Thank you. That's all for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Adam. And so we also have questions sent by Tito Mario Bautista. His question is for our lead stars, Miss Carla, Sir Rocco, and Miss Max. So ang question po niya, will you be making the same decisions in love and life that your characters did?
Very good question. I've been waiting for someone to ask me that. No, definitely no. Isa yun sa mga challenges sa akin playing the role of Erica Gatchalian. Day, ano ka ba, Day? Sino ba to? Ano ba yan, Day? Umayos ka nga. Utak-utak naman, Day. Ano ba to? Ang hirap nun. Ang hirap gampanan ng role na labag sa loob mo yung mga, ay, naku, decision making. But then again, yun nga, I had to constantly remind myself, this is not you, Carla, this is Erica. So definitely no, I would have definitely forgiven, of course. I would always fight for my family, paprotektahan ko yung family ko. Pero in terms of decision making, not necessarily medyo malayo from Erica.
Okay, I'm next. Sinadya mo eh. Sinadya mo, hindi ka nagsasalita eh. Oo Mautak ka. Definitely not. Many were the times na sinasabi ka, oh my goodness, Gavin, seryoso ka ba? Or matatawa na lang kami lahat based on the decision-making capabilities of Gavin. It's far from what I would do. I mean, yeah, to be a workaholic, yes. Pero pinakita rin yung ups and downs, the pros and cons of, working too much and maybe forgetting the people around you. That I do not want to do. I tend to work a lot and minsan natakot ako na papunta na ako doon sa pagiging workaholic. And definitely not like Gavin. No, Max, ikaw na.
I don't want to judge my character by saying no. Kasi given the same circumstances, maybe I would do the same thing. Probably, most likely. But since iba talaga yung buhay ko sa buhay niya, obviously, no, it's a no. And also because I'm not as emotional as her. I feel like naunahan siya ng feelings niya. She's too spontaneous, whereas I think things through more. So, those are the differences.
Nice question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Some of our regional and foreign press also sent in their questions. We're also here with us po actually in this Zoom meeting. So this question is from Sir Gary de Guzman of Phil Amstar. His first question is for Miss Ina and Valine. So ang question po niya ay, what's going to surprise people about this show?
Hi, Valine.
Hi, Ina.
Nagkwento.
Hindi sanay magsalita.
What's
how are
going-
you?
What's going to surprise people dito sa show namin? Ako, I will answer na lang na, I mean, realistically, okay. I won't say, abangan niyo yung acting ko dito. Wala. Walang ganon. I would say, abangan niyo. Ako, yun nga, I said this before, but I'll say it again. Abangan niyo yung acting ni Max. Abangan niyo silang lahat. This is one show na I like staying, kung pwede lang magstay sa system, because I like watching them. If it's not my scene, I enjoy watching them. And these are three really hinog na actors. And they are also very good people. And I can't say that often. It's parang they are three gems na pinagsama-sama dito sa, like gems pala. They're three gems na pinagsama-sama dito sa palabas na to. So, I would say, watch it for everything that they put into the show talaga. And I also would like to commend our director, si Direk Don Michael Perez, kasi talagang the guidance. Ako kasi, kami ni Valine, pareho kami ganyan. Para kaming aligaga, laging bukas sa mga tenga namin. So kahit hindi para sa amin yung direction.
Like Carla.
Like Carla. Lagi kaming nakikinig. And I love the way he directs. I love the way he gives mga little adjustments to the scenes. Yun. So talagang, please watch it because it's often said naman na panoorin nyo kasi kakaibang Max na mapapanood nyo dito or kakaibang Pero ito talaga, masasabi ko, kakaibang Max. And Rocco is, nakakainis siya dito. Beast mode. Yan ang description ko sa kanya. Beast mode si Rocco. Para siyang, I felt like, is this a competition? Para talagang, competitive siya talaga. Lahat ng scene niya, wala siyang pinalampas. Wala talaga siyang, binigay nila lahat. And Carla is, I've never seen her this parang quiet yung kanyang presensya dito. Yung quiet pero nag-i-implode. Which is like, pasal ko, shucks, ang galing ni Carla. Kaya niya yun. And the nice thing is that we had a director who could capture these little nuances na nagagawa niya. So, yun. For me, yun talaga yung pinaka pang-come on ko sa mga tao manood. Panoorin niyo yung mga performances.
Ako naman po,
Back to you, Valine.
To add to what Ina said, just to talk about our show in general, I can't say relatable enough. Parang everyone said that it's relatable. But parang for me, it's relatable in a way na parang the treatment of Direk Don, parang POV siya ng chismosang kapitbahay. Parang gano'n, parang, it's a POV of different types of people. That's why it's very relatable. And kanina may question tayo na parang, I lost my train of thought na parang, what makes it very relatable? Bakit kailangan natin pag-usapan yung infidelity at this day and age? So parang it's the year 2021, meron pa tayong pandemic. Parang we have to kind of learn that not everything we see is true, and we have to accept that the fact na it's not always a fairy tale when it comes to marriage. I mean, I'm not married, but coming from having a relationship myself, and it's not always the rainbows and unicorns when it comes to that type of storytelling. So yun, so parang it just takes two to tango, as cliche as it may sound, pero kailangan talaga ng tulungan. And for me, this has to have and to hold has been a family, and talagang nagtulungan kami without any effort, 'di ba? Parang, can you guys back me up on this? Parang wala tayong effort to just become a family because we know at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We want the best show. Yes, we want an awesome show. And I have to say, we did. So I'm very proud of being part of this show as well. Congrats to us.
All right. So this question naman po is from Miss Vanessa Balbuena of the Freeman Cebu. Her question po, first question is for Carla. Can you elaborate on your IG post on why you absolutely love working with Rocco and Max?
Many reasons, but if I'd have to choose one, siguro it's because I see how passionate they are and how devoted they were to their roles. Yun lang yun. Kita mo na hindi nila binaliwala or hindi nila sinayang. And I love seeing that. I love watching them. It inspires me as an actress. Lahat naman kami ma-inspire to always give it our best. So not only did they give justice to their roles, pero with flying colors pa, ganon. So ang sarap makatrabaho yung mga ganong klaseng tao.
All right. So this question naman po is for Rocco. Her question is, saw a bloopers clip of a Hollywood sitcom actor where he expresses his belief in following the script verbatim as respect to a writer's work. In your case, you earlier said you have a tendency to change a few lines sometimes. During what instances do you feel the need to do so? And have writers or directors felt offended before?
I've gotten into fist fights because of this, and I'm kidding. I'm kidding again. Sorry, pinapagaan ko lang yun. Nagpapaalam ako always. I would always give them a heads up, and that's why may blocking kami. That's why we always rehearse a scene, because whatever I plan to do, I show to the director first, and of course it has to have his approval, because as we all know, the directors are the captain of the ship and they have to approve everything that we do. And of course, ayaw ko magsayang ng oras by doing something crazy and veering away from the script or the scene. Kaya I have to make sure na nagpapaalam mo sa co-actor ko. Carla and Max, they know this. Si Sofia, si Valin, alam din niya to, pati si Ina. Kapag may mga scenes kami, lalo na kapag intense na, it's a responsibility also to make sure your co-actors know what you're doing. And no, so far wala pa naman, and hopefully hindi tayo umabot sa ganun na may ma-offend. But I have been in contact with Ate Denoy, our writer, for some of the scenes, and she was kind enough to give me a call together with our program manager, and to really go over the script and talk about what can be done to make a scene more beautiful. And it's nice to know that it's a process that has everyone working all together, hindi isang tao lang.
All right. And for our second to the last question na po, this is from Sir Ace Perez of Sunstar Davao. So this question is for Rocco, Max, and Carla. So ano po ang isang bagay na you want to have and to hold habang buhay?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Okay, so for me, I want to have and to hold this family that we've created. This show, it's like our baby, and we've all given it so much love, and from the crew to the entire staff, Rick, Miss Kathy, Miss Eva, all of our actors, all of you guys, you've all become like family to me. And walang etchos yun. Kasi alam niyo naman na mahal ko tayong lahat. And it's something that I'm so thankful for. Despite the pandemic, nakagawa tayo ng magandang project, and something that we all gave our hearts to and a part of our lives to. And that's why I want to have and to hold this show in my memories forever. Thank you guys for everything.
Ganda. Wala na makakatalo dyan. Ano ba yan?
Sunod, Rocco, dahil sabi mo maganda.
Something that I want to have and to hold for life. Maybe selfish, but definitely my family, because of what is happening in the world right now, and how we have taken our friends, our families for granted before the pandemic. I think with what has happened ngayon, mas nabibigyan natin halaga ang mga tao sa paligid natin. And sometimes, of course, not everyone gets to hold their loved ones dahil yung iba nawawala because of COVID. And it scares me every day. It scares me every day to lead me to aspire to paano ba to sabihin? It's a selfish way of saying na I want them to be there forever. Kahit alam ko, hindi mangyayari yun kasi tao lang tayo and may hangganan din ang buhay natin. But if it can be, I want them to be there always.
Gaganda ng mga sagot. Copy-paste, definitely. Same lang naman din. If you would ask that question, kahit hindi naman ang sasagot ay family. But siguro to add na lang din, family, for me, hindi lang family as in family na blood-related family, but family in general. Even this show is a family. If we can only have it and hold it forever, di ba? Gagawin natin yun. But also, to have my own family and hold that future family then together. So hopefully very soon.
All right. And for our final question, this is from Tito Gorgie Rula of PEP. And his question is only for our married cast members. So kung sino pong gustong sumagot. Ang question po niya, sa status nyo ngayon bilang married na, ano ang true meaning para sa inyo ng to have and to hold? And sa anong pagkakataon, hindi nyo na kayang i-hold ang isang relasyon? To our...
Pangalawang part?
Ang question...
Hindi na kaya daw na.
Yes.
I-hold, yeah. Ako, everybody married except... myself, Luis, Rere, Miss Gillette. And Valine.
Kaya ni Ina. Kaya ni Ina.
Sige, go.
Ina, take the lead.
Bakit ako na naman? Ako din eh, sorry. Iba muna, si Tita Bing.
Yes,
Yan, si Tita Bing.
Si Ate Nieva.
Ano nga ba? Ano na nga yung question? What is it that?
Ang question po niya ay, ano ang true meaning para sa inyo ng to have and to hold? And sa anong pagkakataon hindi nyo na kayang i-hold ang isang relasyon?
To have and to hold a beautiful relationship. As I've said earlier, to have a successful relationship, someone has to give or someone's got to give. Okay? But it doesn't mean that that person is the only one giving, because a relationship is between two people. So it has to be give and take. It was mentioned earlier that you have to appreciate the person and accept the person. So that's I think that's the foundation of a relationship. It's acceptance. So if in the future you can see na ay hindi ko ma-accept yung little tics niya, wag mo nang ituloy, because those little tics are the ones that's going to create or rather be the base of your relationship na mayat maya you will be bringing it up to each other. So acceptance, again, communication of course is number one also, no? And in our show, forgiveness was can you hear me?
Yes, promising. We can hear you.
So forgiveness is I guess another aspect of a relationship. So there is no perfect relationship, but finding the right partner is key.
Okay. How about Miss Ina po? Do you have anything to add?
Of course, ang dami ko na rin sinabi kanina, but to add to that, I think my role model for relationships in general are my parents. Kasi, you know, they were together for 30 plus years. And actually, matagal silang kasal, matagal silang together even before they got married. But I would love to have the same relationship for myself and yung ganong katagal hanggang tumanda kayo. So, for me, to have and to hold who you are, you know, who you are, be true to yourself. Yung, kumbaga, kung ano ka at kung ano siya, keep that and hold on to that. Because, yun yung nakita ko na they grew together as a couple, but they never lost sight of who they were. And in fact, they encouraged each other to be, kumbaga, to be who you are, to be yourself. I think the only moment I would probably let go, yung to have and to hold na yan, is when I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. Yun lang yung nakikita ko. So, I would love to have and to hold myself, who I am. Yun, forever. Sana never mawala sa akin yun.
Yeah, but such beautiful answer naman po. And that concludes our question and answer for today, mga kapuso. Thank you so much po for all your questions. And to formally wrap up this event, may we call on our cast for their final message. And of course, kindly take this time na rin po to promote the world premiere of To Have and To Hold beginning September 27 on GMA Telebabad right after Legal Wives. At para rin po sa ating mga kapuso abroad, mapapanood din po yan sa GMA Pinoy TV. So maybe we can start with Miss Ina.
Thank you sa lahat ng mga nandito, mga kaibigan sa press. Thank you for being here. Sana tulungan nyo kami mag-promote ng show na to. Promise, hindi tayo mapapahiya. Magandang palabas talaga. And I also hope for everyone, sana safe kayo kung saan man kayo and also your families. Thank you so much for having me here also.
Rajeev?
Once again, thank you so much for sharing this afternoon with us. What's nice about having this type of scenario that we finished the soap already is that we know that we are very proud of what we have done, and we are just so excited to share this story of a married couple with you guys. And this is gonna be on Monday, this Monday na, no? Yeah, this Monday na, next week, September 27. Thank you.
Sing? Nakamute po ata sila, ma'am. Yes, po, Miss Ping.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us and for gathering with us. We hope that you will help us promote this show, To Have and To Hold. And I pray that all of you safe and healthy always.
Miss Gillette?
Yes, thank you po. Thank you for spending your afternoon with us. Sa cast, sa staff, I'm going to miss you all. I'm so grateful na nagsama-sama tayo, and I'd like to believe that we did a good show. It's a good story, and it's a good story to tell. So yeah, God bless everyone. Thank you.
Luis?
Ayan, maraming salamat po sa lahat ng nag-take ng time para samahan kami today, at sana po matulungan niyo po kaming ma-promote dahil talaga pong pinaghirapan po ng bawat isa na parte sa aming show, and we are very excited to share this with you sa September 27 na po yan. Mag-iingat po tayo lagi, and God bless.
Athena?
Ayun po, maraming salamat po ulit sa inyong lahat and ini-invite po namin kayong lahat na sana abangan at sabay po ninyo ang Have It to Hold. Sigurado po akong magugustuhan yan.
Carla?
Sa lahat po ng aming mga kaibigan na members of the press, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. Sana po ay makakaasa kami sa inyong tulong sa pag-promote ng aming show. And everybody else here, sana nga may season 2. Hindi, gusto ko po magpasalamat, most especially sa aming, my gosh, the trio. Direk, Don, Michael Perez. Direk, thank you very much. Such a pleasure working with you again. Miss Cathy, thank you so much for always guiding us, and it's always a pleasure working with you again. And Miss Nieva, the best. Miss Nieva, thank you, Miss Nieva. Sa lahat po talaga ng sakripisyo nyo, ng hard work nyo para, hindi lang para sa show, kundi para sa amin na rin pong mga crew, staff, sa aming actors. Thank you po. And of course, to GMA, lahat po nang nandito po. Sina Miss Marian, Miss Angel is here, I believe. Thank you po to everybody. Sa atin itong lahat, ito pong To Have and to Hold, lahat po tayo parte nito. So, let's all pray and hope na maging successful yung ating show.
Rocco?
Nainggit ako, kuha ako ng aso. Magsasama ako ng dog. To our friends, press, thank you so much again for spending your time with us. Maraming bagay ito para sa, maraming salamat po sa pagbibigay ng oras at sana po you are as intrigued as everyone is when it comes to the story at abangan niyo po yung show na ito. Well, it's one show na itawid namin at natapos kahit may pandemic. So we are very proud that amidst the pandemic, we were able to finish this with so many protocols to follow. Kahit kinaya pa rin namin. And kaya pa rin namin gumawa ng isang magandang storya kahit may ganito. And of course, thank you GMA sa pag-entrust ng aming roles sa buong production, sa pag-alaga sa amin. Again, like Carla said, sa Big Three, Direk Don, Michael Perez, si Miss Cathy, si Ate Nieva, thank you for taking care of us. It's always wonderful to work with you. And salamat Direk for giving me the freedom to express the character of Gavin. Masayang-masaya ito at sa buong cast, mamimiss ko pa yung lahat. Nakilala ko pa yung lahat habang nasa lock-in taping tayo. Mga bagong gising tayo pero nag-hello tayo sa isa't isa. So doon pa lang na-appreciate ko yung mga times na nagkakausap tayo at nakakapag-bond. So with that, mahal ko pa yung lahat. And abangan nyo po, ito na po ang aming ihahandog po sa GMA Telebaban.
Yes, sorry Miss Denoy, thank you for giving us a beautiful story po. Thank you Miss Denoy and sa ating mga writers din po.
All right, and Max?
To the press, thank you for always supporting us, always being there to really promote all of our shows. We wouldn't be anything without you, obviously. We really need your help to promote this show. Yung pinaghirapan namin, finally mapapanood nyo na sa September 27. And to everyone that made, this is to be honest, a dream of mine, a dream come true. And to everyone who helped my dream come true, sobrang thankful ako.
Writer. PH Studios.